So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. So, we're here today with Kingdom chapter 401, 402, 403, 404, as well as 405. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the last one ended off with their Home, please get away. Their debate. The quick thinking saves you. Saved Home at the end of the day. And well, I can't say the 3 fire dragons are gone yet, but 2 out of the 3 are at this moment gone. That's great to see. Anyway, let's see what's happening next though in the story with chapter 401. It's a bit cold. It's a bit tiny little bit cold. Raise high your arm and reach for the heavens. Chapter 401. The warring states from now on. Shin of the Hishin unit slays away fire dragon Reo. Even Home, everyone else is shocked. But Shin falls off his horse. I'm assuming a real Home is gonna get away. But hey, taking out Reo, that's a big move. Like just one slash. Just one slash. How dare you, Shin, Captain? We're coming over there right now. Let's go. Yes, sir, Shin. Could that actually be Shin? Oh, he's gotten that big of a name now. Could that actually be Shin of the Hishin unit? Die. Just what was the meaning of that, Home? Reo-sama's vassals. Oh, please escape, Home-sama. It was for the sake of Wei. It was for the sake of Wei. The strength of the master tactician Reo has stagnated in the past 14 years, while I, on the other hand, will draw level with him in 1 year and completely surpass him in the next. If you say so, aren't you a little bit cocky and overconfident? If the strong are not allowed to survive, then the state of Wei will have no hope of lasting through the wars to come. Your name, Shuko. Mind your tongue, Shuko. I stand as the highest ranking officer in the Wei military, and from now on will be acting as your master. Send the order for a retreat to Ranbi Haku. I don't think that's really how you're gonna get vassals and lords to follow you wisely. Beginning with the Berserk, Ranbi Haku, I go Home, will be taking over all of Reo's assets. Not soldiers, assets. Key distinction here, assets. And so, the Wei army withdraws. Having judged that reforming their troops was out of the question, Go-Home's retreat signal was followed by all the various Wei forces that were spread out across the battlefield, pulling back deeper into Wei's lands. In other words, it was the Shin army's victory. Fu. Gaimo-sama! Yeah! We got the signal to go after them, yeah. Actually, the one for do not chase just came down. Honsama, yeah. Shin, Captain, yeah. We won. Lieutenant, you're alive, Koku. Lieutenant, and good work, everyone. Takusa, you're right. I'm fine. You really did it, didn't we? Pat. Before they find out that it's not actually got it, Reo is still a big thing to have, but it's not what you came here for. Kyukai. It's Lieutenant Kyukai. Haha. No. Pew! From this victory, Shin was able to snatch the key territory of Choyo from the hands of Wei. What? You mistook who Go-Home was and killed Reo instead? So it seems, yeah. No. There is... he's kind of taking it calm. So it seems, yeah. You know how the inside would be probably fuming. Fuming! No, there is no doubt. Still, not only did we win, we even brought down Earl Shi. Those two things would have been plenty by themselves. And right in the final moments, we score another sizable bonus. What's the matter? Reo's head is on par with great generals, you know. Seeing how I wasn't able to defeat the Gaimo. Reo's head feels like something I got lucky on and tripped over. Well, not that I'll look a gift horse in the mouth. Reo, the man who even my Lord Oki and Lady Kyo themselves acknowledged was brought down by you. And to have done it by accident too? What the hell is this shit? Calm down, Rakuomi, huh? By the way, where is that Ohon guy? He should have been summoned too, right? His adjutant came by just a moment ago, huh? Saying that due to the ferocious clash with Earl Shi of the Fire Dragons, he is currently not in any condition to be walking. That's so. Oh, so you were able to beat Earl Shi, a fire dragon just like Gaimo. Yeah, he's gonna be like, oh, I couldn't do it, but you took out Rhea, but no, a combat savvy fire dragon, all right. Still, Choyo itself, Rayo, Earl Shi, Wei has suffered quite a stinging blow this time. Aye. So, what's the plan from now? Are we going to set up an outpost here and use it to start invading deeper into Wei's land? No, it's too early for that. I received orders personally from the Chief of Military Affairs before we set out. From here on, we'll set up a base here and utilize the natural terrain to construct a giant fortress. And we know China is good at building fortresses and walls. Obviously, this is much earlier. The Mongols, I think that was like in the, I want to say like the 1-1s. This is like 800. So it's saying like 1-1 or 1-2, you know, in terms of like what year, 1200, 1001. I think that's when it was. Maybe a bit later, maybe like 1400, something along those lines. But it wasn't back then. Huh? Are you serious? Something like that will take us an entire year. Yes, no shit. And it's not like Wei's just gonna sit there and watch us build it either. 1 year. That's exactly the time frame that was said by Gomame. If attacked, you must repel them by any means, is what he said. We will send you as many workers as necessary. So it would seem. The chief truly does intend on starting this in earnest, yeah. By setting up such a firm stronghold on the front line region of Choyo, the chief plans to begin the process of thoroughly weakening the state of Wei. Weakening the state of Wei? Shakespeare knows what to do. The 7 warring states, what once numbered over 100 scrabbling factions, coalescent into 7 giant states after 200 years of conflict. The time for that delicate balance to be upset is finally approaching. And with it, the destruction of kingdoms. Ooh, roll credit. Naturally, we'll be the ones doing the destroying. The destruction of kingdoms? Oh, it is absolutely freezing. I know you guys can't. You guys must be wondering, like, why are you wearing a t-shirt if it's so cold? I always wear a t-shirt, alright? Have you ever seen me really wear, like, long-sleeve clothing? Ever. You know, for those guys that haven't followed me for a while, it's been like 2 years, I think, since I started Kingdom. Have you ever seen me wear long-sleeve t-shirt, Ever. I don't do that. I much rather wear, you know, I much rather be cold, but not this cold. It's cold. It is really cold. Chapter 402. They're building the fortress, they're building the wall, they're building and making it fall. 2 months have passed since the Battle of Choyo. The work to turn the area into a fortress has been progressing at a steady rate. It's incredible, isn't it? The earthworks keeps getting higher and higher every single day. Yeah. Going by the reports we've been getting, the city of Sanjo next to us has been seeing a lot of growth too. Thanks to all the immigrants they've been getting from Central Shin, the total population has almost doubled. Seriously? Chapter 402, Arrival at Kanyu. I expect a portion of them will end up being sent here to become part of the workers and as garrison. Well, if they want to turn us into a stronghold, then they should be sending more and more civilians there and turn the place into an actual city. Even if you say that, who's going to want to have their family live all the way out here on the front lines? No retreat. For the time for that delicate balance to be upset is finally approaching, and with it the destruction of kingdoms. We're going back. Sanju and Choyo. With those 2 resolute military outposts in our hands, we are in a position to drive a stake right through the state of Wei's heart. This will become the foothold that will allow us to begin the invasion of Wei. Once begun, there will be no stopping until one of us lies in ruins. Oh boy, so this is truly endgame, eh? Say, our goal on the path to the unification of China. Step by step, heart to heart, left, right, left, we all fall down. Step by step, we're slowly getting closer to fulfilling it. Reporto! Wei has launched an attack. They've already engaged the Kyukai unit in the outer regions. There is no way our enemies are gonna sit there and leave us alone either. No shit. Let's go. Kyukai, Shoita, State of Zhao. We're going to Zhao. Royal capital, Kantane, Riboku, Sanju, and Choyo. Is it time for us to take action? Does it mean the Zhao army? I'm afraid we do not have that luxury to spare. The times are shifting onwards to the next act. The act where we shall witness the collapse of the 7 warring states. Oh boy, the collapse, eh? As the difference in strength between states become obvious, the weak shall be swallowed by the strong. And the state that is about to tip this delicate balance between the 7 powers is none other than Shin. However, just like how Shin has been sharpening its blades, I like that we see every single person sharpening their own blades too. They're style, well, that's true, but like obviously the main women, they don't even. I can't even say main man because they don't have that anymore. Mobile took care of that. He's like, out of there. The giant state of Chu, who up until now had not committed to any large undertaking apart from the coalition war, has also begun to strengthen their military in earnest. Their true strength still remains a mystery. Ooh. I mean, they were able to bring out elephants that nobody knew. Of course, their true strength remains a mystery. If you can hide elephants, you can hide anything. That is correct. So, an age of 2 superpowers, including Zhao, that makes 3 superpowers in me. We ourselves must not fall. Okay, that's all you really need. We ourselves must not fall behind if we are to make what Fute says a reality. At last, the time has come for the citizenry to make sacrifices and allow a government to shift its focus to a military. What's worse is that the army's condition has deteriorated in the period where Riboku-sama was away. The exile, and I'll say you gotta strengthen it now then, I guess. It's true that the smallest of shocks is all it would take to break the balance now. But for someone to actually take action and shatter it now would still require a fair amount of resolve on their behalf. I wonder if Shin truly does have what it takes to go that far. All that will come down to a single person. The Shin King Ace, who shall finally be having his coming of age ceremony next year. Will that go smooth after everything? I don't know. That young king, who personally rode out to save Sai 2 years ago, he's a far cry from our king, that's for sure. But the Shin King shall still be engaged in a partial against your fears, shall he not? Indeed. And in that case, in that sense, you could say that what actions Kanjo takes next shall directly impact the fate of China to come. Okay. And we're going to Kanja. We're going to Kanja with the man with the most epic beard. Do you actually expect us to give you this much money? Sure you wasn't in immediate need of those funds. First, you should ease up on Tonryu. Rumors say you've already bled them. You actually believe those rumors, you imbecile? Enough talk of funds. More importantly than to stare, he looks so much older. Like, the time has definitely passed. Like, you can tell he's got that look on point. That look like, don't F with me or I'm gonna F with you. But that kind of look. We should watch Chu and Zhao for... Clack. Who's coming? State of Shin. The Queen Mother. The Harem Queen. Long time no see, gentlemen. I trust the two of you have been doing well. Your Highness! If you knew. if you knew. Oh, the Queen. I had heard that due to some divination or some other nonsense, she had chosen to hide away in one of the royal estates for the last 2 years. So why has she suddenly shown up here at the palace? Please hold, Your Highness.
We're currently discussing state matters in court. Even if you're Queen Mother, I must ask you to please take a leave.
Now. Let's not be so formal, Chancellor.
No need to worry. I shall leave the premises as soon as my business is concluded.
And that would be... I was thinking of having the territories of Sanjo and Choyo handed over to our royal harem folk. You're coming in to say, like, yeah, I'm thinking you should give it all to me right now. This second. Say, boy. No. No. That's the answer. That right there is the answer. That right there is the answer. The answer is a simple, outstanding, resounding no. But obviously she must have something up their sleeve to just come in there and be like, yo, give it to me, Sonny boy. Give it to me. So let's see what she has up her sleeve. What? Hand over Sanju and Choyo to the Royal Harem Faction? Just what is? The latest Tankyo 1 Volume 36 comes out on the 17th of October. I mean, we're nearing October. When does this video come out? 14th. Close. The Queen Mother's goal. Phew. Surely it's not something to make that big of a fuss over. Already a large number of the staff currently overseeing the Sanjo region come from our Royal Harem camp. I simply propose to strengthen that influence just a tiny little bit more. You just see him in the background, it's like the whole time stroking his beard. And what exactly would the strengthening entail? For the positions of governor and the other executive seats to be staffed by members from the three great families, who will then see to investing their own wealth into the region. With the construction work at Choyo, the entire area is in dire need of funds. If we are able to get the three great families to pay out of their own pockets, then it wouldn't be a bad deal. An excellent idea, Your Highness. But to suddenly replace the entire upper echelon with staff from the three families may lead to difficulties arising. I'm afraid we will require time to carefully consider this proposal. I have little patience for accommodating your red tape, considering it moves at a snail's pace. Well, leaving aside the small details for now, at the very least, the governor of Sanjo shall be this man. A eunuch? Glance. Take it off, yes. This is... Why is he sweating so much? This is Ro-ai. Ryufui's face doesn't tell me anything. Doesn't tell me really anything. This is Ro-ai, a great man of considerable talent with the endorsement of the three great families themselves. Okay. Never heard of him. Who is he? Who? Ro-ai? Where have I heard that before? Ro-ai. A man named Ro-ai? Wasn't Ro-ai that male prostitute they smuggled into the harem to free Ryufui-sama from the queen's... Okay. Is the queen now planning on using him against us? Okay. Ryufui's just like, oh, well. This seems to be interesting. Let's see how this goes. Let's see what you've got up your sleeve. That's basically his thoughts right now. He's like, oh, I wish I was down here so I could do that. I wish. Is there something you wish to say, Chancellor of the State, Ryufui? Not at all. If he comes with such quality endorsement, then I am sure there will be no issues. But of course. Please wait a moment. This matter cannot be decided so casually. Enough of your prattling, Chancellor of the Left. It's 2 against 1. It's a straightforward majority vote between the three fractions not fractions, we're not dividing here. The three factions involved here. What? That concludes my business. We're leaving. Arrivederci. Sayonara. Mon frère. Yes, Your Highness. Please hold. Well then, I shall be leaving the follow-up work to you, Chancellor of the State. Your wish is my command. Ro-ai Donner, you ask? You know of him? Yes, as far as I know, that is the name of one of the eunuchs. I'm sorry. Is there some issue with him? No. What the meaning of this? Bring that onto us, suddenly. Are we really going to sell the rights of governing Sanjo to them like this? Who the hell is that row fellow anyway? But looking at their reaction, the Ryufui faction was caught off guard by this too. That's the question. Was it the Ryo faction or was it Ryufui himself? That's the clear distinction you have to make here. That's the clear distinction you have to make here. It felt as if Ryufu and Rishi knew of the Roman. I had the same impression, likewise. Nonetheless, not the harem faction would choose to act here was completely outside our predictions, including the mysterious identity of the Ryuai fellow. It would seem that a detailed investigation as to what the harem faction is plotting is required. What with the coalition army and other recent events, I've completely neglected to keep tabs on the royal harem as of late. But thinking of it now, the fact that the queen hasn't made any disturbance for over 2 years is suspicious in and of itself. Going into hiding due to the result of a divination was the public excuse. But she's not the type of person to believe in those sort of things to begin with. Just what has she been up to? Come to think of it, during court, she didn't look me in the eye a single time either. But now that the Queen Mother has come out of her reclusion, we'll finally be able to pay our respects to her. Pay your respects? You see, the Queen Mother has not met with the child, so, well, after all, she is the Queen Mother's first grandchild. Ah, wait, there is the other boy, too. That's true. First grandchild, eh? First grandchild, eh? Yeah, we had that. Former Shin capital city, Yoin. Should you manage to obtain any concrete information, your reward shall be 10. Always getting the assassins, the Shukyu assassins. It'll be fine. Oh my, I always like going back into harem. So long as we manage to obtain Sanjo, we'll be able to do whatever we please, away from the prying eyes of Kanjo. Alright, yo, Queen. Alright, yo. As Shin's borders gradually expand north from Sanju, so will our faction's influence and clout. Clout, eh? Not only that, but due to the constant warfare, the entire region is in a state of poverty. If we were willing to spend the funds required, then even an army can be raised. Oh boy, I'm trying to become a real faction here, Cuckoo. Those fools have not the slightest idea just how deep the royal harem's treasury runs. Just you watch, Roai. We will raise our own kingdom. Raise a kingdom? Ah, please wait. Kya. Welcome home, father. What is going on? Welcome home. 2 years. That is enough time. You know what I'm thinking, right? You know what I'm thinking? I am thinking more princes. War. Internal war. What? Could it be those two had children? What? When did he... Gotcha. They are not. They are protected with the eyes. That to me seems like the guy from like episode 2 or chapter 2 or chapter 3, whatever it was. The one with the Civil War's peak draws near. It draws near. It draws near. I'll be right back. Just gonna pause it quickly because the video file is about to get quite long and I need to be on a certain length. So I'll see you all in a few seconds. Alright, here we're back with chapter 404. The Civil War draws near, they say. They don't show me any proof, but they say. They speak, and we listen, but we don't observe. That's basically what it boils down to. I hear ya, but I don't observe. To desire something simply means to satisfy one's curiosity. Does it not? Chapter 404, Lushi Chongqing. Alright. Alright. No comment on that. I'm assuming that's the assassin that snuck up on the assassin. That's my assumption here. Is it complete? Yes, sir. Congratulations, Ryufei-sama, Ryufei. The 8th year of the king's reign saw the completion of a single great work of literature, penned by Ryufei and his retainers. Congratulations. The Lushi... Okay, no, that's what it is. The Lushi Chunkui, or Master Lu's Spring and Autumn Annals. What's going on? It was a work that was compiled all the various historical, scholarly, and philosophical texts to date into 12 almanacs, covering a wide variety of topics ranging from rites and music to the use of chi, military, and agriculture. It could be likened to an encyclopedia which covered all manners of human activity. What's going on? Seems it's something from the Chancellor of the state. They even had us all give it up. The 8 examinations and 6 discourses part of the text were compiled in later years. Okay, apparently. Perhaps the greatest innovation of this text was the notion of splitting a year up into 12 months. An idea which has survived. I'm not sure how true that is. I'm not sure if that's true, because from what I remember from history itself, it used to be 10 months. It used to be 10 months. And then obviously, who was first? Julius Caesar or Augustus? I think it was Julius Caesar who came first. And Julius Caesar then declared that he would have a month himself and called it July. You know, Julius Caesar, July. And then later on, Augustus came, who then said, if Julius Caesar can have a month, then I will have one too. And he named himself August, which is why obviously everything got thrown for a loop. Like December, obviously coming from, you know, a lot of other languages, the word for 10 is dies or dis. You know, December supposed to be 10, not 12, but everything was thrown for a loop essentially from what I remember. And then October, Oct, obviously 8 is the 10th month, you know, so Sept 9. Now, Sept is 7, obviously became the 9th month. So I'm not sure how true that is. I'm not sure how true that is, to be 100% honest. I'm pretty sure there used to be 10 months, and each of the months used to be like 40 days or something. And then they were like, okay, let's split it up into 12 months because I want my own month, and let's make it 30 days so it would make sense. By clearly dividing a year into 4 seasons and detailing specific instructions on what one should perform during each unique month, it gave a sense of order to the people who had been simply living each day without direction. And for future generation, the text served as a compilation detailing the different opinions held by agronomists, Taoists. What's that? Taoists. That's the first I've ever heard of that word. Taoists is a philosophy, a religion, and a way of life that arose in the 6th century BCE. So 6th century. in what is now the eastern Chinese province of Henan. It has strongly influenced the culture and religious life of China and other eastern countries ever since. Oh, okay. A philosophical way, all right. The text, where were we? Taoism. Different opinions held by agronomists, Taoists, and legalists of the time, giving us insight as to the mentality prevalent in China prior to the end of the Warring States period. That said, as expected, if one were to bring up the Lu Shi Chung Wei, it would be remiss to neglect to mention the phrase, a word worth 1,000 gold pieces. Hear me, everyone. I bring you an official statement from the Chancellor of the State, Liu Fui. This text you see before you covers every topic in our lands, the 10,000 aspects of heaven and earth, all matters from past till present, regardless of whether you are a Confucianist, legalist, or whatever, all are welcome. In the event that you are able to improve its content by even a single word, then you shall be awarded 1,000 gold pieces on the spot. Reward people. Ooh, 1,000 gold pieces? He said 1,000. A word worth 1,000 gold pieces. Truly, a flashy anecdote befitting of Ryufui. I see you're up to your unusual antics as usual, as if there would be anyone willing to criticize your work. Saitaku-san, say, please, I would ask you to take a look through my work down below. I've already read through it all. As I thought, you're quite something, Chancellor of the State. With this, your name shall survive these chaotic times through the way of literature as well. You are too kind. Still, your painstakingly crafted magnum opus seems to have arrived at the most inappropriate moment. You refer to the royal harem faction, Is there something else? Well, this is a surprise. Not at all. I assure you this is causing me no end of trouble. Curses! We still have no idea as to Roai's true identity. More than that, we still don't know their intentions. Why Sanju of all things? What of Ryufu? Also, obviously not a eunuch. Obviously not a eunuch, all right? I don't know why that just popped into my head, but yeah, obviously not a eunuch with like what happened with what you saw like, at the end of last chapter. In the midst of celebrating some text, at a time like this, we've received word that the Queen and the families have just arrived at Sanju. What? Are they planning to consolidate the Sanju area? Richie, why did you not stop them? Does this mean your faction has broken off ties to the royal harem? That's none of your concern, Shohei-kun. Yes, sire. Both Choyo and Sanju could be considered to be the most foremost of our frontline territories. Wouldn't switching governors like this sow confusion amongst our soldiers? If we show any openings, our enemies may jump at a chance to launch a surprise attack. I do not believe we currently have the resources to raise an army on such short notice. However, I do agree that Zhao with Riboku would warrant caution. As always, as your majesty stated, I believe this scene may be seeing some chaos at the moment. I have already dispatched my vassal Kyoku towards Sanjo. I trust he will be able to quell any unrest that the army may be going through, as well as sniff out any plot should there happen to be one. Why would he tell the king that much? Rishi, your own investigations have ended in failure, correct? You must not give up after only a single attempt. I entrust to you the task of investigating deeper with your spies. The royal harem has deep pockets. If we allow them free reign outside, then they truly will become a nuisance. Choyo. Huh? You want another 10,000 of our soldiers from there? From here? Are you freaking kidding me? Didn't you just take 10,000 from earlier? What the hell's going on? I don't know either. Something about the new top brass of Sanju wanting to redo the troops allocation in the area. But we're one of the places that needs soldiers the most. What the hell are they thinking, making us send another 10,000 to Sanju? Like I said, I don't know either. Huh? This time it's different. The soldiers aren't being sent to Sanju, huh? Then where? First past Bento, and next to Taiwan. They're gathering up people at Taigan to the north, you say? Yes, sire. From Zetsu Pass and Hokuri, even Choyo has dispatched around 10,000 soldiers to Taigan. Choyo? It's not only soldiers. Many of the land's wandering refugees are heading north too, it seems. Kyoku. We've also received another strange report, huh? The new governor of Sanjo, Ro-Ai, has just left Sanjo to go with the queen and is heading toward... Why? Just what is going on at Taigan? Yeah, why? Like, expand the area of Taigan. So right next to... So you're basically asking Zhao to attack you. It lies far to the north of Sanjo and Choyo. Wei doesn't have the army to strike, so why he go? Taigan was located near the northmost extremities of Kushin's land, even further than the city of Tonryu, at which the revolt of Saikyo had occurred earlier during the year. While it may have served a crucial part in defending Shin's northernmost borders, the recent conflicts occurring near central China meant that it had not come to much attention of late, but it was this remote land of Taigan that was seeing a huge influx of people arriving within its walls right now. No, the horses go inside, make sure they get plenty of rest. Thank you for your long journey here. All housing, clothing and food shall be provided. You may work without worry and begin immediately. That was not the only thing happening. Don't leave any gaps. We have to finish raising the southern wall by 2 levels today and rebuild the tower too. Bring it down. The weapon from Yo Hill and Ba Hills have arrived. There's so many you can't even see the end. Take them to the southern and western armories. If they fill up, redirect them to the east one. That's in construction. Yes, sir. Something was beginning at the city of Taigan right now. Fufu. We have arrived, Ro-Ai. This is... Why is he always swaying? This is Taigan. This, Kanju. Urgent report, urgent report. A top priority report. Always these guys with their news coming in. From Taigan in the northeast, the Queen Mother and Ro-Ai-sama entered the city of Taigan, and then, on the day before yesterday, they declared that the region of Taigan was from now on to be known as the state. Yeah, well, that's not gonna go down. That's not gonna. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You wanna separate? Oh no. Oh no. And then he took Taigan of Hexi as the state of I. From the Shiji records of the Grand Historian, 8th year of Shi Huang's reign. Shut the gates. Crash. What? What did you say? So they've created their own state with one city. They've created their own... Destroy it. You have to destroy it quickly. Because if that news spreads, it may lead to a chain reaction within your own kingdom. So you don't want that. You don't want that in the slightest. So you gotta just work on that right now, in my opinion. You know, that's just the way it is. Anyway, let me just quickly pause and then continue, because these videos basically stop at like 23 minutes. And we're 12 minutes in right now. There's one chapter left, so I could maybe squeeze it in, but I don't want to rush it. So hey, we're back. Chapter 405. No matter what era it may be, there's always women who upsets nations. No comment on that. I don't want to see the 50 billion dislikes. No comment on that. We just switch over to Kyukai. Has a war broken out? Kyukai. All right, no way, Commander. I mean, we did hear of Kyukai. Okay, well. All right, well, we're just thrown right into the action. Okay. Lieutenant N's position is being pushed back. Same for 100-man Commander Denji. The only ones who are winning against the press are Lieutenant Kyukai and the captain. This is why I told them that Wei would definitely attack us if they saw us send 10,000 troops to. You gotta snuff Tiger out quickly, or like ASAP, because otherwise it might spark a chain reaction. What shall we do? We're out of reserve soldiers. Have Ensign's men pull back to the fort for now. It might not be completed yet, but it should still be enough. Go, aye, a report from General To. From the General? However, it's not about our current battle. What is it? The governor of Taigen to the north has risen up in revolt and declared the rise of their own state. Huh? Have there still not been any official delegations from the Queen Mother? What right do they think they have declaring themselves a state like that? At any rate, this is clearly an act of treason. We need to see they are duly punished for their transgressions. The activity of the other settlements near Taigen is suspicious too. There is nothing but unknown factors. We must thoroughly investigate the entire region. Do you really think the Queen will just accept being punished? Kanji. Shobuken. One of the delegates we sent to my mother, Saya, about that. Both His Majesty as well as the Kanjo court are currently in a state of furious outrage. They desire an explanation for it. No, before that they require the retraction of the State of I declaration. That's not going to happen. No need to make such a fuss. The whole State of I thing is simply done as a matter of convenience to assist in managing the region. If they have been upset by it, then we will immediately annul the... He is just toying with them. Truly, tell them that if they wish to discuss any further matters with me, then they will need to send either Sei or Ryufui person. Oh boy, okay, time to slaughter them. Time to slaughter them. Yeah, she no right to make any sort of demands. Time to slaughter them. What? Never mind the chancellor of the state, but to ask for His Majesty himself to go to Taigen? What impudence! You imbecile! It's the same for Ryufui-sama. Despite that, they've made no moves to rescind the statement. It would appear they've had no intention of following our demands right from the start. That's right. And all the other delegates we've continued to send after that have been turned away one after another. This is a complete outrage. This is not like the partition of Yin from times past, splitting our lands apart with the snap of a finger. Nor is this 500 years ago, during the early power struggles where the birth of new states was commonplace. For a power to declare independence within the mighty state of Shen now is nothing else but a burning disgrace to our name. First, while the last state of Jin broke apart in Zhao, Wei, and Han before the Warring States period, there is no doubt that we will be the laughingstock of the world. The fact that they've chosen to start an uprising before they've even ascertained whether or not they have the staff to properly govern their lands is already laughable in itself. But that does not mean we should sit and wait for them to perish from their own incompetence. If we cannot negotiate with them, then there is no other choice but to crush them through force of arms. Another civil war. Are we really going to turn our blade to the quick? No, yes, I have seen no issue with that. But it's still only been a half a year since the Battle of Tonri. Just that by itself was already enough of a blow to our economy. As the man in charge of managing the treasury, I assure you, I am the one who finds this the hardest to swallow. According to our reports, Taigen has already seen a significant influx of newcomers. Though it will depend on our opponent's morale, if we truly do declare war on Taigen, then I fear there is the distinct possibility of the conflict scale surpassing even Tonryu. Meaning that choosing to attack them is not a decision to be made lightly. Even then, there are still other matters we must first see to. Naturally, even if we do not decide to launch an attack, we should still strengthen our military presence to the north. But at the same time, we need to discover the reason behind the Queen's sudden migration to the north. That is to say, the reason why she has suddenly decided to take these actions. And Real is just like, you better be careful, sonny boy, with what you're saying. Yes, I still trust you, but be careful. Be careful. And just what exactly she wishes to achieve. Absolutely right. It was not only the royal palace of Kanju declaring independence. The various soldiers across the continent. Guys, someone pull this out, yo. The common folk walking the field. State of eye? What the heck is that? Even the intellectuals of the other states. None of them expected a new state born from only a single declaration to bear much fruit. But contrary to all their expectations, the state of I continued to steadily grow in strength as an independent power on a day-to-day basis. Formal, it's time for oh, they've got their army. Alright, it's Her Highness, the Queen, under Roai Samatu. Long live the state of I. Long live the state of I. State of I court. Yeah, that's it. How did you manage to build that court, eh? That looks epic. I imagine Kanji must be speechless with shock right now. If it's talented officials we need, then it's only a simple matter of enticing them from other states with promises of money. So long as you have royalty and wealth, starting one's own kingdom is a simple matter. Not so, your highness. Even we do not possess the level of skill required to transform a mere provincial city into a new state without groundwork. And all the groundwork was laid down by the actions of a single genius. It was only through the endeavors of Choko Dono that the state of I stands here with us today. Why are they always swearing? There is no denying that. Were it not for the fact that he is a eunuch, Choko would have been the youngest man in history to achieve the position of Chancellor. Your Highness is too kind. But a true ordeal begins here. Having seen the growth of our power, Kanja will not stay dormant for much longer. The time has finally come for our military to come into place. Choko. We had already begun negotiations with that state before we even arrived at Sanjo. Who's that state? What of my father? They're already heading here. I guess we'll just have to hold out until then. Into your positions. Finally, you get to see the third member of the fourth member of the force, the fifth member of the five future generations. Yes, I will. Long time. Oh, of course it would be them. Of course it would be true. They've got the funds, they've got the money, they've got the squad. Long time they see, hey, you mountain monkeys, rumble, 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 rumble. Fan out to the left and the right. We finally come to pay you guys back for the coalition army. Two forces have crossed over the border into our lands. The Mobi and Moten armies intercepting them as we speak. Why now of all times? We shall assume that this is linked to Taigen. It is exactly as your majesty says. With this, we will no longer be able to commit a large number of troops north. Does this mean Taigen has bribed Chu into attacking us? They have that much money to spare. This is also a good opportunity for Chu. With the sudden appearance of another faction to the north, Shin is now pincered by from two sides by I and Chu. Of course, this is not limited to Chu either. Any of the we're having a new coalition war. We're having a new coalition war here. Any of the other states can take advantage of the situation too. If we were to take this even further, even if Shin refuses to recognize I, but all the other states do, then Taigen really will become the 8th state of China. That cannot be allowed to happen. We must quickly take the chance now to bring a stop to the Royal Harem's faction rampage. But how? The state of I, Taigen. Your Highness, huh? I've seen a picture. A representative of Kanjo has just arrived. Yeah. So this is I. Everyone's playing a 5D chess. Why can nobody play just normal checkers? Why is everyone playing 5D chess? So what has the Ryufui got up his sleeve? Is he working with the Queen Mother? I don't know. I don't think so. But why would he be here? He's probably going to try and cut a deal. That's my assumption. Or he probably still has Roi in his pocket. I don't know. I legitimately don't know. But I found this very, very interesting. Like we just got out of a civil war. Then we got out of our actual war. And now we're right back into a civil war. They love their civil wars. I mean, it's Kingdom. You need to have a war, otherwise it doesn't make sense, of course. But this just happened. It makes sense because obviously the king, his ceremony is coming up. So of course there would be a lot of players moving now. It's now or never, basically. So it makes a lot of sense. And I'm intrigued to see where we're going to go next. That's all I've got to say, though, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you all, ladies and gentlemen, in the next one. Until then, peace out, have a nice day, and bye. Hey everybody, if you like this video, please be sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, be sure to check out Patreon to get 1 week early access as well as full length. Until next time everybody, peace out and have a nice day.